Hello and welcome. My name is Rosie Goldstein, and I have been a guide at the Montreal Holocaust Museum for just over 1 year. When I retired from my career as an academic and physician, I wanted to support preserving the memory of and educating others about the Holocaust. My parents both survived the Holocaust in Poland, my mother in labor camp, and my father was hidden in the attic of a righteous Gentile. The object I'm presenting to you today is a doctor's mirror. The mirror is displayed in the first room of the museum in a cabinet devoted to artifacts from immigrants to Canada. This forms part of the general introduction to the museum, which emphasizes the richness and diversity of Jewish life in Europe and North Africa before the Holocaust, in the setting of widespread and severe anti-Semitism. The doctor's mirror is approximately 10 centimeters in diameter and is mounted on a brown leather headband that the doctor wore on her head with the mirror over the preferred eye. The mirror was used to look into the ears, nose, and throat of patients. This particular mirror was manufactured in the early 1900s, although we are not sure where. The mirror belonged, of course, to a doctor, and that doctor's name was Ginda Rosenblatt. Ginda Rosenblatt graduated from a women's medical school in 1917 in Kiev in the Ukraine. After graduation, Ginda served in the Russian army. Her regiment, because of financial and transportation difficulties and because of the unpopularity of serving the Tsarist army, decided to disband. Ginda assisted by providing false diagnoses of heart ailments so that the soldiers could be properly discharged. Ginda herself received this type of diagnosis and was honorably discharged. After the army, Ginda reunited with her husband, Abraham Rosenblatt, and they moved to Romania, where Ginda practiced medicine and became a teacher and director in a high school. Because of anti-Semitism, Ginda and her family immigrated to Toronto and later to Montreal in 1934, bringing the mirror with her. Ginda did not qualify to practice medicine in Canada, and so she received her Master's of Social Work degree and spent the remainder of her career working as a social worker. Her daughter donated the mirror to the Montreal Holocaust Museum. The mirror teaches us about the richness and diversity of Jewish life in Russia and Europe before the Holocaust. There was, however, widespread and severe anti-Semitism, and in Russia, this was compounded by the curtailing of the rights of Russian Jews. Unlike the countries of Western Europe, where Jews received legal emancipation and equality, Jews in Russia had their rights severely restricted. Particularly after the Communist Revolution, there was an upsurge in nationalism and anti-Semitism, and some 3 million Russian Jews suffered from this increased anti-Semitism and destruction of their religious institutions. Yet it was possible for a Jewish woman to be educated and to become a physician. Jews were involved in their community in Russia, and many joined institutions or became politically active, such as Ginda in the Russian army. I chose to present this artifact for several reasons. First, I think it's very important to understand the basis for the Holocaust, which is long-standing anti-Semitism. It's also important to remember the contributions of these Jews of Europe and Russia to their communities before the Holocaust. On a personal note, as I mentioned, I am a physician by training, and I share this with Ginda a century later. I also met Ginda's daughter, who donated the mirror to the museum, and I know Ginda's 2 granddaughters. This makes me feel very personally connected to this doctor's mirror. In this way, the mirror teaches us both about the richness and diversity of the contributions of the European and Russian Jews to their communities, and also the contributions these immigrants to Canada have made to the communities here in Canada. I hope you have enjoyed learning about this doctor's mirror. Stay tuned as the museum brings you more objects from the museum's permanent exhibition in the coming weeks. Thank you.